I know this is such a random time. So it's like 1 a.m. where I'm at on the East Coast, but my schedule's been a mess like the holiday week. So I was like, you know what? I slept during the day. I'm like, I'm gonna go live now. Let's see who's on. I figure I'll go on late, and whoever can't sleep, or if they're in a different time zone, like, you know, ahead of me, it may be the morning. Oh, thank you, Jeanette. Karma, come here, Mama. Come here, Mama. Come. Come here. Oh. Okay, so we'll get started. So Reiki is a form of energy healing. I practice Usui Reiki. Usui Reiki originated in Japan, and it's really good for stress reduction, to reduce anxiety, and to help promote healing. So it doesn't replace medical treatment or treatment from your therapist. It's just something that can be an extra boost. So you would still follow all of the orders from your doctor or your therapist, but it can also just help boost healing. Hi. It's morning for you guys. Yeah, I was like, you know what, let me come on. It's 1 a.m. for me, but I mentioned my schedule's been messed up, so I slept during the day today, so now I have energy at night. Okay, so we're gonna pick a card from the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck. Oh, you're in New York too. I'm in New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey in the United States. Okay, so we got Pyrite. Let the money flow in. Pyrite, let the money flow in. Okay, so let's get started. I have a piece of pyrite here. I want to get a bigger piece, but this is still pretty. It's sparkly. Okay. So let's start with some Reiki to call in money. So let the money flow in. Now this can take on different forms. Something I've talked about before is to allow money into your life in creative ways. Sometimes we think like, oh, I just want to receive more money. But you can think of it in different ways, like during the holiday season, I got a few gift cards, and I found those really helpful because with those gift cards, I ordered some food for my dog and some necessary things. So think of outside the box when we say, let money flow in. How is it flowing in? Is it flowing in the form of gift cards? Did someone buy us a coffee? Did someone buy us lunch? It's important, you know, to have a realistic expectation of manifesting money. Any recommendations to start for the new year? Okay, I think it's up to you if you want to do resolutions, but sometimes resolutions are hard because if we don't stick to them, we feel like a disappointment. Meaning, if one of our resolutions is to lose weight and we don't lose weight, we feel bad about ourselves or like we failed. So what you can do is pick a theme or a word. So for 2023, I'm picking the word abundance. So to me, that's abundance in health, abundance in love, abundance in money. So think of it that way for the new year. Can you pick a theme that is, it can mean many things and not stick to one specific way that your year has to be? Okay, so starting off with we did some Reiki to attract money, and now let's do some relaxation Reiki. So to reduce anxiety, to calm our nerves, to regulate your nervous system. You can just relax. You can even close your eyes if that's more comfortable, if you're in a safe place that you can close your eyes. Or you can watch, it's up to you. Reiki sent with intent. So if you're in the presence of it, you can still receive it. Annie, you can do whatever. You can watch if you want, but just being in the presence is enough. So if you do want to close your eyes, if you're in a safe area to close your eyes, that's fine too. You don't have to specifically watch it. Miss Kate, so it's funny because I mentioned it's 1 a.m. for me and I never go live at this time, but I just decided to go live, and it is a funny time because it is not common for me to be live at this time. Hi Jessica, my name is Jess too. This is Reiki, so Reiki is a form of energy healing. Thank you. Okay, we can send a little bit for skin problems. I actually am dealing with skin problems myself, so that is interesting. So I can send some for that. Yes, it's safe to receive Reiki while pregnant. Reiki's non-invasive, so it's, just sending positive intent, so it won't affect the pregnancy. Thank you. Thank you, Kristen. A crystal that's good to help you sleep is amethyst. I don't know if you're interested in crystals. A good crystal for anxiety is amethyst. You can find that pretty easily. Like most crystal stores sell amethyst, and it's not that expensive. So that's really good for anxiety. To charge your crystals, it depends on how you like to do them. Some people charge them like on the windowsill, like during a new moon or full moon. It depends how you feel about that. I like to charge them in a new moon and full moons. Some people say don't charge them in the full moon because it could be chaotic, but I like both energies. I also cleanse mine with selenite. So selenite is a crystal that is like self-charging. So you can just charge other crystals with it. You can cleanse your room with it. You can cleanse crystals. Some crystals can't get wet. So you do want to search your crystal online to see if it can get wet before you put it underwater. And some people, they cleanse it with sound. So if you have a sound bowl. Also, another way to cleanse your crystals is with some type of smoke. So I use rosemary to clear my crystal, like this. If you know Reiki, you can cleanse it with Reiki. So there's lots of ways. Oh yeah, you could put amethyst underneath your pillow. That's a gentle stone that you can sleep with. So Reiki helps promote healing. It doesn't replace medical treatment, but it can help with anxiety, it can help reduce stress. Okay, so to remove negative energy, I like black obsidian. A lot of people like black tourmaline. That's probably more of the favorite crystal for protection. So those are good crystals, black obsidian, black tourmaline. Grounding crystals are more of the brown crystals, the red crystals. So this is Mukate Jasper is a good grounding. I use aragonite, which is beautiful. Look at this. But aragonite's a very strong crystal. So buy the crystal that you feel called to versus taking advice from people. Because some people may have a different energy from different crystals. I don't sell crystals. I collect crystals, but I don't sell them. Yeah, I do align the chakras. I do that in private sessions. I go through everybody's, well, if I have a private session, go to the person's energy and see what needs to be balanced. Okay, so let's do some Reiki healing for the body. So let's pick a card from the Healing Mantra deck. Let's see what we got. And Teeny Rose, I'm going to go through all the chakras now, so that can, help you as well. Okay, so the card we got is Hearing Inner Guidance. And it says, my intuition flows whenever I am still. And that's important, to be still, to hear our own intuition. So in meditation and sitting outside and grounding, taking a walk if you're capable of walking. So think of it that way. Sometimes when we sit in stillness without our phone, without music, with just ourselves, we can get intuitive messages. Oh, nice. You dry your crystals and you cleanse them in dry rice. Some people use salt as well. I don't use those things, but I have heard of people using salt, so that's nice. That's a good, thank you for sharing about the rice. Okay. So So we're gonna work on the bottom of the body, so from the hips down. So this will be the root chakra as well as the legs, knees, toes, feet. So if you're having pain or weakness in those areas, this can be helpful. This is Mukate Jasper. Most of the time when you see Mukate Jasper online, you'll see it like shiny. It's more of like a finished. This is, you know, like a raw piece. Thank you. This is aragonite. This is honey calcite. Okay, next we're going to move up to the sacral. So that's the lower stomach. So if you have any menstruation pain or endometriosis pain, cramps, things like that, this can be helpful. This is also the chakra of creativity. So if you need a creative boost for a project you're working on, this is carnelian. Thank you. So I've been collecting crystals forever, for maybe, I don't know, 8 to 10 years. I can't remember when I got my first crystal. I feel like maybe it was like 2013. Maybe 2014, one of those time frames. And that has been my favorite hobby for many years, is collecting crystals. Thank you, everybody who's joined. So when I learned Reiki, it was natural for me to use my crystals because I had been collecting them for so many years. So I do like to go in person for my crystals. So there's a few stores in my area I go to. But if you want to buy online, Amityville Apothecary, they have a page on TikTok and Instagram. They have beautiful crystals and they're good quality. So I do use them online. I've been to their store as well. I don't personally buy crystals on Etsy, but I know a lot of people do, and I do think that that's a trusted source as well. So if you do want to look on Etsy, you can. Yeah, so I do feel the benefits from Reiki that I perform on others, but maybe in a different way. I'm just working on the stomach while I talk. Thank you. So Reiki is like coming from source energy, so it's not my energy. So when I'm sending Reiki, I'm not sending my own energy. I'm tapping into the energy to send Reiki. So it doesn't necessarily exhaust me because it's not my own energy, but when you do Reiki a lot, you can feel tired just because you're talking to people and, you know, you're around people's energy, so you can get tired in that way, but you're not using your own energy per se. The benefits I get from other people is I think giving Reiki makes me happy. You know, I think it helps others, and I feel a sense of purpose in sending Reiki because I know it's effective for people. And I think that that's the benefit that I get from it, is I know other people are, you know, it's helping them heal from certain things, or it's empowering them. And that makes me feel good because I know that Reiki is a great resource. Hi. This hat, I can't remember where I got it. I feel like it may have been Anthropology. I got this hat years ago. Oh, thank you. Okay, we're moving up to the solar plexus, which is like the upper stomach area. So now the solar plexus, that's like our chakra of personal power. So it can be your self-confidence. It can also store past traumas, things from childhood. So this is a sensitive area. So just sending a loving energy here. Oh, thanks for joining, Annie. I'm glad that I was able to explain some stuff to you because I do like when people join my lives and they're new to Reiki and they give it a chance. Thanks, Rebecca. I think I focus my Reiki to be very soft. I want it to be a very soft energy for people, not overwhelming. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love that. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you, everyone. Oh, okay, so you have chronic pain, so I'll tell you a little story. So I have chronic pain, and that is why I got into Reiki. Now, I do think medical treatments help with chronic pain, but sometimes the pain is so bad that the only option is actual pain medicine. And no judgment to people who use pain medicine, but if you do have a history of addiction, that can be hard for you to be on pain medicine. So I do think that Reiki can help with chronic pain. Oh, nice, Megan. That's great. And you know, doing it, you said you do it at a church, it's great to do that to also help your own practice. That's how I learned so much about Reiki, was doing free Reiki. You know, a lot of my Reiki is free. Okay, so Reiki is energy healing to help promote healing. So say you have a diagnosis of something, Reiki can't heal that diagnosis, but it can heal the symptoms. So if you have a diagnosis that causes pain, anxiety, stress, inflammation, receiving Reiki can help relax your body and can promote healing. Okay, so that was the solar plexus. Let's move up to the heart. So sending a loving energy to the heart. Jeanette, sending a loving energy right now, like a warm energy, so that can be helpful for trauma as well. So this is a really cool crystal. It's pink tourmaline inside quartz. Does Santa Claus spoil karma? Well, she's spoiled every day. She is spoiled, that dog. Okay, so we have pre-night. I've never saw that crystal either until I went to a crystal store in person, and I was like, what is this crystal? And they said it was pink tourmaline inside clear quartz, and they said that it was rare. They don't get that often. So I was like, I gotta get this. And honestly, it wasn't that much money. This crystal was $15 US. That's a big crystal for $15. Oh, I'm so happy that Reiki helps and gives you a relief. The music in the background it's on YouTube. It's free. It's called meditation and relaxing music. I have, if you go to my YouTube, The Self-Care Librarian, all of my lives are on there. So I take them as replays. So if you can't make my lives, you can watch them. So if anybody's interested in my YouTube, it's The Self-Care Librarian, and all of my lives are on there. And I also have a playlist of music. That's not my music, it's just music that I use on my live, so you can check out the playlist. Okay. This is Amazonite. I've heard this said in many different ways. I say Amazonite, but people say it's Amazonite. So, I don't know. Amazonite, then we'll call it. I was calling Amazonite. Amazonite. I think Amazonite, I like it better than Amazonite. Amazonite. Okay, I say Amazonite, but it's supposed to be Amazonite. I don't know. Okay, so now we're moving up to the throat. This is sodalite. So if you have a cough or sore throat, this can be helpful. Oh, hi, from Argentina. Also, if you are having trouble with communication, so setting boundaries, speaking up for yourself, advocating for yourself, this can also be helpful. This piece is from Brazil. I know that because when I bought it, it said it was from Brazil, of sodalite. I don't know if I said that this was sodalite. Karma. Karma's my dog. crystal for arrhythmia. I think that's in the heart, right? Thank you. So heart crystals, you know, it's good to just work on, if that's what this is, the arrhythmia, I think it's the heart. Green crystals are good for the heart chakra. Also, rose quartz is nice, which is for the heart as well. Okay. So let me send a little bit for the shoulders, arms, hands, wrists, and fingers. So if you have any pain. A crystal I would suggest is rose quartz. Hi, everyone. Chakras are energy centers in your body. So there's the root, which is at your bottom, and your root can be, you know, how grounded you are, your home, your structure, your family. It can also be finances, work, just your grounding and your structure. Then there's the sacral, which your sacral is more of your creative energy and your sexual energy, intimacy. Yes, they are from Hinduism. So if you do want to look that up, that is the origin of chakras, is from Hinduism. So if you do want to search it, I mean, you can get a lot of information on chakras. So this is a basic information. Thank you, the poisonous thorn. So this is just a very basic explanation of it. Our solar plexus, which is over here in the upper stomach, that is our chakra of personal power. It can also relate back to past traumas. This can be a very heavy energy. Your solar plexus can relate back to childhood, things like that. Then there's the heart chakra, the throat, the third eye, which is really your chakra of intuition, and then your crown. Now your crown chakra at the top of your head, that's kind of responsible for how connected you are. It could be religious, it could be spiritual, if you meditate, just your connection to the universe as well. But yes, you can go really deep into the origin of chakras, and it really is important to do that because sometimes these things can lose their origin when people talk about them. But basically, they're energy centers. Okay, so next we're gonna work on, let's work on the ear. So if you have ear pain, jaw pain, teeth pain, gum pain, anything like that. See, and that's why in the beginning of the live, if you were on, you heard me say that Reiki, the Reiki that I do is Sui Reiki, originated in Japan, because it is important to talk about the origin as well, because like I said, sometimes those things can get lost. This is selenite. Okay, so next we're gonna work on like the nose and sinus area. So if you have congestion, this can be helpful. This is iolite. Interesting, I don't practice pranic healing, but there are so many methods of healing, and that's why I mentioned that Reiki, which I do as Sui Reiki, is a form of energy healing, because there are so many different methods of healing that people practice. And there are people who practice energy healing who don't practice actual Reiki, just energy healing in different forms. Okay, so that was some Reiki for congestion. What would I suggest for retaining fluid in the belly? Well, this is from an energetic perspective, not a medical perspective. Energetically, I guess it depends on what area it's in. If it's in the lower stomach, to work on your sacral chakra, maybe through creativity, a crystal like carnelian. If it's more in the upper stomach, that can be your solar plexus, and orange, yellow crystals are good. So I use orange calcite. I like citrine as well. There's two different types of citrine. So this is heat treated citrine, which is actually amethyst that's heat treated. So it's altered. This is natural citrine, which is not heat treated. Now you can see the difference. Most of the crystals that you're gonna see that are sold that are called citrine are heat treated. Natural is more expensive and it's not as easy to find. And this is yellow, but sometimes it has a gray tint to it. Sometimes it looks like smoky quartz, and people will call smoky quartz citrine if they don't know crystals that well. So don't get scammed when buying a natural citrine. Karma is licking the rug and being a bad girl. Smoky citrine, yeah, so I've seen citrine that I could not, like in a store. I was like, is this smoky quartz? Because it looks exactly like a smoky quartz. But this is a natural piece of citrine. And like I said, this is more expensive. Like I paid like $25 US for this. I paid like $45 US for this piece. A crystal for inflammation. Okay, so I like selenite for the whole body. So that's something that I would recommend. I think it does help for the whole body. I especially use citrine around the ears, jaws, and teeth. I think that's very effective. For shoulders, I would say selenite's an overall good crystal for the entire body. Okay, so we're gonna move up to the third eye. This is blue apatite. This is one of my favorite crystals. Oh, the peridot? No, I don't have that. I don't have one of those. I have a ton of crystals, and there's so many crystals I don't have. Oh my God, moldavite was trending, especially the early pandemic. And people were buying moldavite and they were like, whole lives were changing. I actually do not have any moldavite. Moldavite is not a crystal I recommend if you're new to crystals. It does look like the earth. So this is for the third eye. The third eye chakra is our area of intuition. So if you're having a hard time making decisions, trusting your intuition, feeling like you're getting intuitive messages, this can be helpful to balance your third eye. Now, I always give this caveat is if you have trauma, it is normal to not trust your intuition. I say that is it's something that I experience is it is hard to trust your intuition if you have traumatic experiences. So just know that you can improve your third eye and your intuition through meditation and grounding exercises, but just know if you don't fully trust your intuition, it is normal if you've been through a traumatic experience. Oh, Miss Ability official, okay. So you said it's been going on for 3 years and is your solar plexus. So that's something to work on. So solar plexus work, like I said, can be difficult because it can bring up past traumas. So just know, go easy on yourself when you're doing this work. Either work with a therapist. If you're reading books and journaling, just have grace with yourself that Work around your solar plexus can be hard work, so just take your time with that healing with solar plexus work. Somewhere to start, which is really good, is inner child healing. So you want to, you know, maybe read books about inner child healing or work with a therapist, but just know that solar plexus work can be difficult. Yeah, so there are 7 main ones. There are many different chakras in the body though. Okay, so that was the third eye. Let's work on this, the crown. I generally just work off of the main chakras though. But in private sessions, I do go through the whole body, and if there's something like a pain on your shoulder or anything like that, we'll address it. But for the purpose of lives, I'm not going that in depth with everything. Karma. I don't use pendulums, but I know they can be very interesting, but I personally don't use them. Clear quartz can be expensive. Oh, so my clear quartz, let me show you this. This is one of my favorite crystals. It was only $40 US. This is a very heavy crystal. This was $40 US. So on Instagram, there's an account called House of Vega Crystals. They don't have like a website that you can buy them from, but they do have lives pretty often, and they're very curated crystals. So very unique crystals, and they have just one of each most of the time. It's not like you can just order any crystal. So it's more curated, and they do live sales or sales on their stories. They have an amazing price. The quality is amazing. So that's where I got this clear quartz for $40. Oh, do you watch it a lot? House of Vega Crystals has beautiful crystals. Yeah, that's this one is clear quartz. Okay, so sending some Reiki to cleanse the aura. So if you just feel like you picked up negative energy, it can happen just from ourselves, but it can happen from other people. If we're in a situation that people are just dumping information on us, like, it's important to hold space for people, but sometimes we don't have the emotional bandwidth and people may dump on us, and that can affect your energy. Thank you, I appreciate it, Hermé 31. Thank you. Okay, sending some protection. So we're gonna, this is black obsidian. Oh, I didn't tell you about this. This is optical calcite. Optical calcite, but this is a rainbow one. Optical calcite, yeah. I have like 100 crystals, so sometimes I have to think for a second. Okay, so sending some protection. This is black obsidian. This is one of my favorite crystals besides my clear quartz. This is like kind of my favorite that I have, but this one is also a very strong one, black obsidian. Okay, size of crystal matters, but it depends what you're using it for. If you see behind me, I have some larger crystals. Those are rose quartz, amethyst. This is Lemurian quartz in the middle, and then the yellow, that's lemon calcite. And those larger crystals are good for room energy, right? So if you want to put one on your table or, you know, some in your living room or something, those larger pieces are good for the room energy. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're stronger. They're maybe covering more space. But if you have a smaller crystal, like a tumble crystal in your pocket, like this pyrite, this is still a strong energy, but it's used in a different way, right? This energy is used in your purse or your pocket, you know, so it's used more on a smaller level, meaning for you, your body, everyday use. So kind of think of it that way. I don't really think of it as strength-wise, but there are different uses for crystals depending on their size. I have so many crystals. I'm like, sometimes I have to stop for a second and think about them. Yeah. Okay, so this is black obsidian. Let's send some protection. I'll show you some of my other crystals while we're here. You know, black crystals are good for protection. Black obsidian is my favorite. A lot of people prefer black tourmaline for protection though, so either one of those. So let me show you my crystals while we're here. So we already seen this selling. I'll show you the ones we haven't used. When I say crystals, this is all encompassing, but there can be different forms like gemstones, minerals, but generally I'm calling them crystals, but they can take on different names. This is petrified wood. This is good for grounding. I have two smoky quartz. You know, we have a polished and a raw. I personally like the raw better than the polished. I use smoky quartz for balancing. We have angelite, which is a good crystal for the crown. It's a very angelic crystal. It's good for sleep, reduce anxiety. So just think of it more like an angel type of crystal, angelite. Blue kyanite, which is good for the throat. It's also good for sleep. I personally use it for the throat. We have orca agate. Now, orca is like, this is a cool crystal. I use this for the throat. It's also good to balance the chakras. I already showed you these other ones. Oh, howlite. This is good for sleep and relaxation. So if you do have insomnia, this is a good crystal. I like to pair it with amethyst. This is spirit quartz. This is good for the crown. It's also just a very angelic crystal. Tektite, I don't have that one. Howlite, yes, that's good for sleep, and it's that white crystal. This is good for anxiety. See, it's funny, I have so many crystals, but yet I don't have so many crystals. And that's why I want to buy more, and I'm like addicted to buying crystals because there's so many out there. I buy crystals depending on what calls me. I don't go looking for a specific crystal. Oh, petrified wood is a nice one. I don't sell crystals, I just collect. Spirit quartz. labradorite. Labradorite's a magical crystal. It's good for your intuition, for your third eye. Think of it as very magical. Stomach issues, it depends where the issue is. This is an energetic perspective, not a medical perspective. I use orange calcite for upper stomach, especially if I have stomach pain or just a pain in the upper stomach, orange calcite. If you have like a lower stomach pain, like cramps, menstruation pain, then I use like a carnelian. Oh, black moonstone, I didn't show you this. It's a heart. I use this for very grounding crystal. It's good for the lower chakras, for the root. Black moonstone. Green moonstone is good for the heart. Golden healer. This is good for the lower chakras. You may use this for stomach pain too, golden healer. You can use this for the root as well. This is a dark golden healer. You may see golden healer as lighter online, or if you buy it, it can be lighter than this though. So just know this is a darker one, but there are lighter golden healers. I'm just showing you the crystals we haven't used. Rainbow fluorite. I use this to cleanse the aura. Thank you for the gifts. Desert rose. This is a cool crystal. It's actually even cooler in a large form. This is small, but the big ones that you could put on a table are really, really pretty crystals. I use this for career growth. So if I do anything job related, career related, I use desert rose. What else do we have? Black kyanite. This is a good grounding crystal, also good for the lower chakras. Oh, nice for kidneys. Black kyanite. Hi. Okay, green opal. Green opal's a cool crystal. This is a nice crystal. I don't use it often, but this is a cool looking crystal. This is good for the heart chakra. What else do we have? I don't know if we used this, but I did not talk about this moss agate. Moss agate is not one of my favorite crystals, but I do feel like it's good for physical pain and inflammation, very focused on the body, but it's not a crystal I use often, moss agate. We have rhodonite, the star, which this is good for the heart. Love, it's good for self-love, it's good to attract love. Oh, hi, Miss Ability. So all of my lives get sent over to my YouTube. So the Self-Care Librarian on YouTube, all of my live replays are there. So this will be up tomorrow. Sometimes my lives are like a week late because have other lives that I'm releasing first, but I'm gonna post this tomorrow because I know people may have questions about crystals. So I will post this one tomorrow. Seraphinite. Okay, so seraphinite. This is so strong. This one is I'm very sensitive to it. So I don't keep it near me often. Seraphinite for me personally gives me chills all over my body. So just know that seraphinite is a really strong crystal. Also, everybody reacts differently to crystals because we may have different things we're working on. So know that as well, as you may be sensitive to a crystal as someone else is not sensitive to. Flower agate. Flower agate, you can use this for grounding. I use this for goal setting, concentration, self-confidence. Yellow mica. Yeah, yellow mica. I use this for concentration as well. I think I showed you all the crystals I have here. I have some other crystals around. They're smaller, or I have larger ones like behind me. This is a cool crystal. Lemurian quartz. Similar to a clear quartz, so you may use this for your crown. Okay, the price on this crystal, I got this from a gem show, $25 US. That's amazing for this. Okay, where do I get my crystals? I've mentioned before in the live that I've been collecting crystals for I think like 8 years. And some of these crystals I've had, okay, that amethyst behind me was one of my first crystals. Also, this amethyst I got early on as well. This petrified wood and angelite I got early on in collecting. And some of these crystals, I just picked up along the way, so I got them from a lot of different places. I personally like to go visit crystal stores in person. If you don't have the ability to go to a store, you can order online. Now, don't order from Amazon. You can order things from Amazon, like this card deck. I also have tuning forks from Amazon, but crystals I don't necessarily trust from Amazon. So you can get them from Etsy, but I personally buy them either in person or online. I get them from like Amityville Apothecary. How often should you charge them? I don't charge them weekly. Maybe every 2 weeks. Oh, the psychic tree. I haven't checked that out. Healingcrystals.com are good. Nice. Thank you for the suggestions, everyone. Oh, okay. So you want to do a little bit of sound healing, so tuning forks. Do I do crystal grids? I have. It's not something that I practice often. Okay, so I got this tuning fork here, the third eye. I got this from Amityville Apothecary, the crystal store. They carry these online. I believe this was like $40 US. This is for the third eye. But I got one on Amazon. Like I said, I don't trust everything off Amazon, but I tried this. These were rose quartz, the color rose quartz. Heart, and these are nice tuning forks. I got these from Amazon for like, I think it was like $25 US, and I really love the sound of these more than this. So it's up to you where you want to get them. I do really love this sound. Okay, so this is the third eye. So I'm just going to do a little bit of sound. It's not going to be too strong, but just a heads up in case you're sensitive to sound. This is for the third eye. Okay, these are weighted tuning forks, so they're gonna have a heavier, more dense energy. That was for the third eye. And this is the heart. I want you to hear this as well. This is also weighted, so we'll have more of that dense energy, but the sound is a little bit different. Also, there's different frequencies for different parts of the body, so that's why they sound different. Now, this is not weighted, the tuning fork, so it's a more high pitch. So what I use this for is to amplify other crystals. So I want to show you this one too. This is going to be a little bit louder. So you can amplify other, like you can amplify crystals, the energy of the crystal with this. So those are the tuning forks I'm using right now. Okay, so in the beginning of the live, I picked a card from the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck, and we got Pyrite, Let Money Flow In. I'm gonna put it back in and see what the new collective energy is. I don't have one for the sacral solar plexus. I just started my collection of tuning forks, and like I said, when I got this tuning fork, the sound was a little bit low. I wasn't 100% happy with this brand, so I'm still exploring brands, and that's when I found this one on Amazon, which is a beautiful sound. Also, if you do energy work in person, it can be used differently. So I'll show you in a minute. Oh, we got malachite. It's time to transform. I have a tiny little piece of malachite. It's over there. Malachite is a beautiful crystal. It's a very strong crystal. It's a very transformative crystal. So only get malachite if you're ready to transform. Okay. So if you buy a tuning fork for yourself, you can use it in the area that it's, you know, like this frequency's for the third eye. You can use it on your body. So if I put it close to the phone so you can hear it, but if you were using it on yourself, you could put it there on the third eye. You can feel the vibration, you can hear it, you can even like use it on different parts of your body or by your ears. So you can use it on yourself. I just use it close to the phone so you guys can hear it. Now, the same for the heart. You can feel that energy vibrating in your body. If you do Reiki on people in person, you can use it that way too. When I use this on myself, I also send Reiki. So I'll go like this, and I'm feeling this vibration and this frequency, but I'm also sending Reiki to it at the same time. Okay, so before I sign off, let's do a little bit more relaxation. I give Reiki to Karma. She loves it. Karma loves Reiki. If I'm doing it, she wants to be near me. It's her favorite. She loves the energy. Animal energy is very sensitive, so if you do have a dog that is struggling with something, you can have someone do Reiki on your dog. It's so effective. I have a friend who has a French bulldog, and they had IBDD, which affects the back and can cause paralysis in the legs. And my friend had Reiki done on his dog. The dog got surgery and fully recovered, walks, and they said it was 50% chance that the dog could walk again, and it does walk now. So after the surgery and Reiki combined. So if you do have a dog that's struggling, or a cat, any type of pet, Reiki's great. You're welcome, Jade. Okay guys, so I'm gonna put this replay on YouTube, the Self-Care Librarian. I'll put it for tomorrow. So if you want to watch it because you want to know the crystals again, it's on my YouTube, the Self-Care Librarian. All of my lives get added to my YouTube. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's the Self-Care Librarian. I post a lot of my stories over there. And if you want to follow me here, I go live all the time. It used to be twice a week. It's like every day now. So, and then if you want a private session with me, okay, so I'm still running my sale. So I'm running 50% off sessions till the end of January. So $25 US for a private session on Zoom. We can work on removing limiting beliefs, helping you reach your goals. So the link's in my bio. If you want to book a private session, it's $25 US. And if you want to get certified, I do certification for Reiki 1 and 2. I'm an Usui Reiki master, so I do Reiki 1 and 2 certification right now. You can send me an email at theselfcarelibrarian@gmail.com, and I can give you pricing. Currently, I'm running 25% off on my Reiki certifications. Okay, thank you everyone for joining and talking with me tonight. All right, thanks everyone.